So this is the entrance from the front. That's your mail slots?
Yeah. Soviet apartments, they have quite bad interiors and communal areas.
Okay.
So this is quite good compared to how it can be.
Really?
Yes. I suppose in some of the regional schools they have fairly standard sort of ex-communist blocks, and this, although by Western standards it looks a bit dirty and a bit haphazard, is fairly nice, which is annoying. Right, come through. My one is, I suppose, what is it? It's halfway between the nicest and the worst. Right, so you can see I have what came with it: a desk that I don't really use because it doesn't have a chair to go with it. Plenty of storage for coats, which is completely vital with it. It's basically like an open, not very much. We all have television, one or two sofas, coffee table, internet, which the school provide. The rest of it's mine. We have a local phone that does not make international calls, but
you can use Skype.
But yeah, I have, I suppose, a bit more stuff than the average because I have a child.
How old is your child?
3.
Okay.
You can see she has hair. You can see it's a, we bought these quite recently, last weekend, and you can see the beautiful things you can buy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some interesting markets and some interesting kind of, if you're a souvenir hunter, if you're a culture vulture, there's stuff to get involved in. And being very few foreigners here, if you are interested in getting involved, often you just get dragged in and taken right to the highest level. Both Gareth and I have kind of made friends which, you know, you mention something and someone takes you, and you know, I went to the private view of the artist just because I mentioned I like them. People really would take you, and they're just so happy to be involved in spreading the word about what Kazakhstan's like. I think it's really, this is what we have. We have a basic table and chair so you can eat. We've done quite a bit of entertaining, and we all here, so I can just go next door and get my next door neighbour's table and chairs if I need more. Fridge, freezer, oven works, microwave, kettle, everything else I bought.
Where do you buy things? There's no IKEA.
There's no IKEA. The best place to buy things, there is a Metro, which is a big kind of like a hypermarket. It's a very small hypermarket, and they sell kind of baked glasses, cups, plates, square. We've got enough storage.
Yeah.
A little bit. I mean, I don't know how it would work if we had a big family, but certainly it's all right for me and a little one. You can see we don't have the most fantastic finishes, but yeah, I cook a lot in here. I think one person has baths. Most people don't have baths.
Showers.
It's just shower.
Yeah.
So we've got.
So you can see it's just a big shower cubicle, very wonky floors, and washing machine everyone has.
Oh, washing machine.
Provided, but was not what I consider to be adequate. And I suppose everyone has their own philosophy of how they want to do things if they're in an expat placement. I want to live comfortably. Some people want to save money. I've got plenty of storage.
Yeah.
The electricity power points don't work so well in here.
When you say they don't work well, what do you mean?
They don't work at all.
Okay. What do you do for a lamp?
We don't.
Okay. Oh, you've got this.
I've got overhead light, and I use that as all illuminated out here, so there's plenty of light. There's no curtains. There's just these kind of nets.
This is very Kazakh. The net.
Yeah. My daughter is 3 years old. She is actually bilingual. My husband is a journalist, and he's based in Moscow, so he's not here. So she does speak Russian. She, within weeks, made hundreds of friends, really, and she has been a great basis for my social life outside the school. She goes to a very good private kindergarten, which is in the next door building. it's fantastic actually. She has there's a swimming pool in there, they have swimming lessons and karate and all sorts. The school pay for that. By Western standards, it's extremely cheap, and it's very good. And it she's there all day, obviously, when I'm at work. When the first, I suppose, 3 or 4 months, we had a full-time nanny, and we hired a nanny from an agency.
And how much was that?
That was about 85,000 tenge a month, which is, I don't know what that is in dollars. It's about $500. It's nothing. Considering you can get full-time, personal, one-on-one care for that, and very good. And it was just time for her to go to the nursery, so she enjoys that. There's plenty of activities and things for children. Children are really kind of revered. But I mean, one of the key criteria for me saying is that she's having a ball, and I think it would be great for families.
Okay. And you said she made friends immediately. What if she didn't speak Russian?
Well, yeah, I do think, children learn very quickly. My advice, if I had a monolingual child, would be put her in a Russian nursery, and she would learn Russian or Kazakh or he very quickly. That would be my advice, to put them in a local, good nursery, and rather than explore options of the international schools. I don't know how it would be if the children were older and had exams. Then the international, there are international schools here in Astana.
Have there been any moments where you thought, wow, that's really interesting, or that's really cool?
24 hours a day. Yes. 24 hours a day, and that's not a joke. This place. I wake up every morning and it's an adventure. I don't know what's going on. I don't know who I'm going to meet, what I'm going to see. It is just such an interesting place.
There are very few expats and foreigners in Astana still. That's growing every year, but there are relatively few, and so we bring novelty to every situation. And I have made in the 6 months so many friends here, because people are so interested in me and why I'm here, and interested in learning some English, if the warmth of the people and being able to just meet people on the bus when you're out, and then they become like really good friends.
And the people
can I interrupt? This is what happened to her the other day.
Yeah, absolutely. they want to speak English, so they're constantly wanting to talk to you, which is no good for me learning Russian. But in terms of, they just want to speak English, and it's great because they're so helpful, so friendly. I mean, Astana feels like the safest city I've ever been in, and I've been in quite a few. It's really safe.
I would agree with that as well.
I mean,
I feel incredibly safe here.
Yeah,
more than any place I've ever lived.
Wow.
I have a small child, and I would obviously that could be a worry going to a new place, an unknown place with a small child. But I think it's a fantastic place for children. Really a fantastic place for children to grow up.
And the only downside is the weather. We haven't talked about the weather yet.
Let's talk about the weather.
The weather.
There's a meter of snow outside.
There's a meter of snow outside. It's blowing.
The meter of snow came overnight.
Yes.
Overnight. It was not there yesterday.
But because it's snowing, it's warmer. It's only minus 18 outside, and it has to be warmer to snow. So therefore, we've had a meter of snow.
How do you cope? How do you cope with it?
Come prepared with hobbies that you can do indoors.
No, dress up and go out. Dress up and go out.
You have to get out.
Play the guitar, take some online classes. That's sort of
read a book.
It's
write
true
a book.
We've been having lots of get-togethers with some of the teachers and the international teachers in people's houses that are close by.
Yeah.
That's been one of the ways that we deal with that. But also the city deals with it too. For example, the river. There's all sorts of amazing things that happen on the river in this weather.
Because it's frozen.
All the stairs are covered with ice, and it's turned into a slope that kids slide down, and it's really fun to see everybody coming out and skating on the river, ice maze, all that stuff. That's really
I feel like if you're into cross-country skiing, there's a lot of opportunity here.
But not downhill. But the weather is extreme. I mean, we arrived in August and it was probably plus 30.
35.
Up 35, and 2 weeks ago we had minus 53.
Yeah. Get some really serious snow.
When it's like this, it's okay actually. There is opportunities to do lots of outdoor activities and skating and sledging, and it is great. but there comes a time, end of December, Jan, where it's too cold for even that. It's prohibitively cold.
Yeah. You go outside, and then when the wind hits you, you're just like, oh, God is telling me to get out of here. It's this cold.
Well, question, how did you arrive at school this morning? Because I had major problems with my transport. How did you arrive? Is there any problems?
We live
next door.
You walk?
Yeah. We walk.
Excellent.
So you snowshoe?
Not
in these shoes. Ordinary shoes. It's fine.
That's
fine. No, you do need special boots, but it's you just dress for it. You dress for it.
Okay. Turn around.
That's what they need to buy. That's what they need to buy.
Perfect.
Profile.
Get profile.
Put my hat on. This is a military one. Army surplus.
Where's the star?